I probably shouldn't be saying this. In fact, I was told not to, warned by dog trainers, breeders, and even people close to the protection dog world. But I'm going to say it anyway. Because if you're even thinking about getting a Belgian Malinois, you need to hear the truth. Not the polished version. Not the Instagram fantasy. The truth that no one talks about, the kind of truth that might just get me sued for saying it out loud. This isn't going to be a cute video about how smart they are, or a tutorial on how to teach them to sit. You can find that anywhere. This is about what they don't tell you, the raw, unfiltered, and sometimes dangerous reality of owning one of the most intense, misunderstood, and mentally demanding dog breeds on earth. There's a reason so many people regret getting a Malinois. And it's not because they're bad dogs. It's because most people had no idea what they were signing up for. When I brought home my first Malinois, I genuinely believed I was ready. I had raised dogs before. I did my research. I bought the crate, the leash, the food, the training gear. I even followed half a dozen trainers online. But within days, I started questioning everything. This dog wasn't just energetic, he was relentless. He didn't just need a walk, he needed a mission. He wasn't just intelligent, he was calculating. I wasn't living with a pet, I was living with a soldier who had nothing to do and too much fire in his heart. That's when I started learning the real secret, the one most people never discover until it's too late. Belgian Malinois are bred for obsession. For fixation. For single-minded drive. That drive makes them unbeatable working dogs, but it also makes them completely overwhelming companions for 99% of people. If you don't give them a purpose, they will create one, and it usually involves destroying something you care about. Your couch. Your nerves. Your relationship. Here's the part that might actually upset some people. The dog world knows this. Breeders know. Trainers know. But many of them stay quiet, because telling the truth could cost them business. If they admit that this breed can break people mentally, emotionally, and financially, they lose sales. So instead, they talk about high energy and not for first-time owners like it's a warning label. But those words don't prepare you for the level of intensity these dogs bring into your life. You don't walk a Malinois. You run them. You train them daily. You manage their instincts constantly. You're not just giving them commands, you're in a full-time psychological chess match. They can open doors, scale fences, destroy furniture, and outthink most owners in seconds. And if you slip, even just once, it can cost you. Some dogs redirect their frustration onto their owners. Others lash out. And yes, there are people who've had to give their Malinois away after a single bad incident. But here's the twist, and the part I wish someone told me before I got one. If you do put in the work, if you do give them structure, challenge, and love, something incredible happens. They bond with you like no other dog. They become your shadow, your guardian, your most loyal teammate. Not because they're sweet, but because they see you as worthy. And when a Malinois decides you're worthy, there is no deeper connection in the canine world. Still, most people don't make it that far. They get overwhelmed. They get burned out. And the dog ends up paying the price. That's why I made this video, not to scare you away, but to force you to ask the question most people avoid. Are you truly ready for this dog? Not in theory. Not on paper. In reality. So what do Belgian Malinois owners really hide? They hide how often they've cried. How many times they've questioned themselves. How many friends they've lost who just don't understand why they can't leave the dog alone. They hide the holes in their furniture, the bite marks on their sleeves, the burnout from being on 24/7. And they hide it because admitting it feels like failure. Like they weren't strong enough for the breed. But here's the truth, being honest doesn't make you weak. It makes you responsible. I could get sued for saying this, not because I've said anything untrue, but because I've said what too many people are afraid to say out loud. This breed is a weapon. A marvel. A masterpiece of evolution and breeding. But it is not, under any circumstances, your average house pet. If you want a Belgian Malinois, you better be ready to earn it. Because if you don't, they will break you.